Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another art school video. Today, thought I'd do something with a bit of a still life kind of feel to it. Particularly something to do with the fact that we got the Thanksgiving holiday coming up next week. So I found something I think you're gonna like. I got my charcoal pencil here. Let's get this maybe a little more sharp than it was. And got our charcoal brick right here. May not necessarily need that quite as much, particularly with this chamois, just because of the fact that this one's not going to be nearly as dark as any of my previous Halloween videos, obviously. So we definitely got our coffee here. So eraser ready in case of those happy accidents that happen, because they do happen. So let's see here. Let's go with this here. Now this, of course, being a still life, is going to be a lot of shadows and such. A lot of different shadows, a lot of different textures. Still life's definitely a great way to learn how to do shading, things like that, especially if you have something like right in front of you, so that you can actually observe, like something like this guy here, that you can like sit and see all the different shadows, the way the light falls on the curvature and everything. It's a great way to learn, just get the hang of those, the basics of drawing. And a great way to practice the different levels. In that, what I mean is the different layers of things from front to back, and you get multiple things with multiple textures. You can learn how to do all sorts of different things. Really gives you a lot of good practice drawing with still lifes. Not necessarily the most fun thing to draw all the time, but it's definitely it's a great thing to do to practice. It's a great exercise to learn. I do hope everybody likes these drawings, these drawing videos. I like doing them. Just like to draw once in a while. Never really made a career of it. It's just something I like to do. It's a great meditation thing. Start up here away from where your hand is. That way you're not smudging all the work you did later on. Start over here, and your hand's going to be rubbing all up against everything. And of course, I apologize for not talking too much during these videos. It's not easy for me to talk when I get so focused on these things. I do focus a lot. And some of this is texture, some of this is shadowing, some of this is coloring, because obviously you're not doing color with charcoal, just textures. So anything that you had that had a color to it is just going to be some kind of different grayscale to it. the idea of what I'm going for. Outlines of where everything's going to be, where these shadows are going to fall right here. Don't know how much I can really do with this, honestly. So we'll go with the blending step. Still lifes are always kind of interesting. Always interesting trying to capture something interesting in this. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about still lifes that people like so much. Maybe it's just the idea that it's the pure talent of it, you know, the idea that people are able to capture something so real. Funny enough, using the texture of this paper to work for me in this drawing when it was working against me in my last one. Didn't quite get the look I wanted with my last drawing because the paper I was using didn't quite match the subject I was trying to draw. So this time I can use that same texture to actually help me out a little. This one make it look a little more rugged because this is not one of those pretty little gourds you see. This one actually has a little more texture to it. So I'll make this guy a little more lumpy. Still got the same general shape, but something, you know, he didn't come out looking as pretty as all the other gourds. And nothing wrong with them. Those are always the ones that get overlooked around Halloween and Thanksgiving, but not me. Not me, not my wife. We actually kind of like looking at them. Shadows kind of blended out evenly. That way I can go in a minute here, fill those details back in better to look nicer. I'm not sure if I've ever known anybody who had an actual legitimate cornucopia on their Thanksgiving table. Anybody else done that? Anybody else known that? Known anybody that's had a cornucopia or like a real one, not just one of those cheap ones you get at the store? 'Cause I've never known that. Never known anybody to have like a legitimate one, like a real one. I mean, maybe maybe a fake one, like when you make it a hobby shop or something like that, like Hobby Lobby or whatever. That I could see. Can fill this in here a little bit. This little green stripe that this one's got. Make that a little bit more darker. Fill in this little shadow right here from this little stalk of wheat coming off of here. Occasionally a little darker than most, just because some of these little things are further apart than others. A little more detail added back into the ring going around here, just sort of braiding it around. Just about done with this here. Just basically got that down. I mean, obviously this is not the best drawing I could do. This is definitely, you know, what I can do on a really quick timeline. If I wanted to, you could obviously take the time, fill in every little detail with the actual horn, because there is a lot of detail in this. With the subject I'm using, which is actually just a picture I found online, but you can obviously use whatever subject you want and do as little or as much detail as you want with stuff like this. This is, like I said, this is really just a great way to practice your skill, your shading, your texturing, to get the idea of how it feels to do something like this. So a lot of different things you can do with this, a lot of different still lifes you can, come up with. I just definitely wanted to do something more Thanksgiving looking, and obviously, this was the best I could come up with for Thanksgiving. I didn't want to sit and draw a turkey. It just thought that'd be a little bit too corny. No pun intended. So, it's just about, practicing, getting that practice in, picking up that pencil, putting it to the paper, and seeing what you can come up with, see how you can do. And, just keep going with it, keep learning different things. Even me, I'm still learning things myself, still picking up tricks and things like that here and there. Never stop learning when it comes to stuff like this. There's always something else. There's always somebody better who can show you something else. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you liked this. Hope you found it a little instructional, a little inspirational, maybe even learned something. If you did like it, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. If you have any suggestions for anything you'd want to see me draw, for especially with Christmas coming up, by the way, absolutely. Just, let me know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified for whenever I got new content coming up. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a good week. Happy Thanksgiving.